3 News Update at 10.
Since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, depressive symptoms increased worldwide by 28% and anxiety disorders grew by 25%, according to Forbes. 23 News reporter Jake Pearson talks to mental health experts about a shortage of counseling services in the state line and how new funding could help to reduce wait times.
The Rockford Family Peace Center is awarded $200,000 from the Winnebago County Community Mental Health Board. This funding will help to expand staff and reduce wait lists, which are often backed up for months.
The same thing that causes great pain in sorrow of a loss is also the same thing that will allow us to be fully human and also allow us to heal.
In 2020, 21% of U.S. adults experienced a mental health condition, according to Forbes Health. Since the pandemic, the demand for mental health counseling has increased dramatically.
It's a huge step to take, and everyone needs help sometimes.
In an effort to get help to as many people as possible, the Winnebago County Community Mental Health Board awards the Rockford Family Peace Center with $200,000 in funding. The money will be put toward a staff expansion, which will reduce counseling wait lists.
When it comes to services, those are definitely much more congested.
KP Counseling owner Kevin Polke says there are a few possibilities that has led to increased wait times for counseling.
Sometimes it has to do with what specialty you're looking for. If it's addiction services or grief services, it also may have to do with how is the counseling being paid for. Is it through state insurance? There may be a longer wait than commercial insurance.
NAMI Northern Illinois Executive Director Danielle Angelieri says it's not just the state line facing the issue.
The demand far exceeds the means that we have, which I think is nationwide. But that's why different programs are trying to fill the gaps, I think. That's what NAMI does, so the peer support, try to step in and relieve some stressors.
Polke says even if wait lists are long, still reach out for help no matter how hard it seems. He says taking that first step to better your mental health is a big part of your journey towards improvement.
Thank you, Jake. And the funding will also assist the Family Peace Center's training and care coordinator, who is tasked with creating accessible wellness opportunities to domestic and sexual assault survivors.